It was supposed to be a simple Easter moment, the kind celebrities share all the time. Smiles, friends, a little bit of chaos, and a glimpse into their personal lives. But for Britney Spears, nothing is ever that simple. What looked like a carefree gathering quickly turned into a storm of backlash, raising questions that went far beyond a single photo. Because this wasn't just about Easter, it was about timing, perception, and a public that never stops watching her every move. Just days after being caught in the headlines over a DUI-related incident, Britney appeared in a social media post that instantly grabbed attention. The image, shared by songwriter Diane Warren, showed Britney surrounded by familiar faces, including actress Shannon and her close associate Cade Hudson. At first glance, it looked like nothing more than a casual holiday get-together, the kind that's meant to feel light, spontaneous, even a little messy. But one detail stood out immediately: Britney's expression. Playful to some, but to others, controversial. She appeared relaxed, almost defiant, flashing a gesture that fans quickly latched onto as a symbol of something deeper. And that's when everything changed. Within hours, the internet began to react. Some fans were confused, others disappointed, and many were openly critical. The question that kept coming up was simple but loaded. Why now? Why? After such a serious incident, would Britney choose to present herself in a way that felt, to many, careless or even provocative? The criticism wasn't just about the photo itself, it was about what it seemed to represent. For years, Britney Spears has lived under a microscope. Every decision, every post, every appearance is analyzed in ways that few other celebrities experience. And that history matters, because it shapes how people interpret even the smallest details. To some, the Easter gathering felt like a sign that she wasn't taking her situation seriously. The recent DUI incident had already raised concerns about her well-being, with reports suggesting erratic behavior leading up to her arrest. For fans who have followed her journey, especially through the years of her conservatorship, this wasn't just another headline. It felt personal. They watched her fight for control of her life, celebrated her independence, and now many fear that she could be slipping back into a difficult place. That's why the reaction was so intense. It wasn't just criticism, it was concern mixed with frustration. Some questioned the people around her, particularly Cade Hudson, suggesting that her inner circle might not be providing the support she needs during such a sensitive time. Others went further, speculating about her mental and emotional state, trying to read between the lines of a single image. But not everyone saw it that way. There was another side to the conversation, one that defended Britney's right to live her life freely. Supporters argue that she has spent years under strict control, with her choices dictated by others, and that she deserves the space to make her own decisions, even if they aren't perfect. To them, the Easter photo wasn't a sign of recklessness, it was a sign of freedom, a reminder that she's human, that she's allowed to make mistakes, and that she shouldn't have to live under constant judgment. And that's where the real tension lies. Britney Spears exists in a space where every action carries weight, where even a holiday gathering can become a global conversation. It's a situation that reflects a larger issue, the way society interacts with celebrities, especially those who have faced public struggles. There's a fine line between caring and controlling, between concern and criticism. And in Britney's case, that line is constantly being crossed, blurred, and debated. The timing of the Easter gathering only amplified this dynamic. Coming so soon after her arrest, it felt to many like a disconnect between what had happened and how she was presenting herself. Some fans expected a period of reflection, maybe even silence. Instead, they saw laughter, bold gestures, and what appeared to be a carefree attitude. Whether that perception is fair or not is another question entirely. But in the world of public opinion, perception often becomes reality. What makes the situation even more complex is Britney's history. Her life has never followed a simple narrative. From global superstardom to personal struggles, from legal battles to reclaiming her independence, she has experienced extremes that few people can truly understand. And because of that, people project their own interpretations onto her actions. Every photo becomes a clue. Every caption becomes a statement. Every moment becomes a story. The Easter controversy is just the latest example of this pattern. It shows how quickly a single image can spiral into a larger narrative, how fans and critics alike try to piece together meaning from fragments of someone else's life. It also highlights the challenges Britney faces as she navigates her freedom. Being free doesn't mean being free from scrutiny. If anything, it can sometimes intensify it, because now every choice is seen as entirely her own, and that brings a different kind of pressure. There's no easy answer here. On one hand, there's a genuine desire from fans to see her happy, stable, and thriving. On the other hand, there's a tendency to judge, to question, and to react quickly without knowing the full story. And caught in the middle of all this is Britney herself, living her life in a way that continues to captivate and divide public opinion. As the conversation continues, one thing is clear. This isn't just about an Easter gathering. It's about the ongoing relationship between a global icon and the audience that has followed her for decades. It's about expectations, emotions, and the complicated reality of living in the spotlight. And perhaps most importantly, it's about the fact that no matter what she does,